sandhills in Nebraska, there's no trees in sight, and there's no snow in sight. I have really no idea how to hunt these coyotes when I got there, but I learned extremely quick because the coyotes were everywhere. And this setup right here was extremely vindicative of what we ran into time and time again. This coyote comes up and it stops right on a hill mark, and it stops and it looks at me. Would you take this shot?
This is not the time to shoot. That coyote's still on the move, coming in. Why not let him come? I always like to invite him right into a point blank shooting situation. You look at that coyote and he's given me all the clues that he wants to come to my front door.
Well, your point blank is about 20 yards. When you got my mad skills, this coyote's at about 120 yards, and that's point blank for me. But I held off because I knew that there were two more right behind him. When they crested that hill, boom, I laid out the back one. And let me ask you this, in that situation, it's easy to get greedy. What would you do? Because that's exactly what I did. I took the last one with hopes of jumping up and getting shots at that second one, and unfortunately, well, I got the shots, but I didn't get the kill. So how would you go about this?
Well, since I'm an expert and you're not, I'm gonna tell you exactly how I would have done this. First of all, I wouldn't have been armed with just my Smith & Wesson AR. I would have had the 12 gauge semi-automatic right across my lap. Because when you're in a situation like this and the coyotes are coming in, you can usually pick that first one off close with the shotgun, maybe even get two, then switch to the AR and get all three coyotes. The big mistake I think you made right here, well, besides that little bit of buck fever where you fluffed that second shot, is you did not bark and make some yipping noises after the first shot. You want those coyotes to be totally distracted. They don't know you're there. They have no clue what a gunshot is when it goes off. They just hear this bang. So if you start yipping like a wounded coyote, you're gonna have more opportunity to get that second and third shot. And that little thing about the miss, well, that's something you're just gonna have to fix on your own at the shooting range.
Well, that was practice, you understand? I mean, I dropped that first one when they're holding still, and I don't get a lot of chances to practice running shots, but why not practice some moving target shots? And as you can see, I need to practice, so.
Well, I think you need to practice your vision too, because that second coyote you missed actually wasn't moving. Now on the third shot he was. So first, get a shotgun. Second, learn about yipping and getting those coyotes to stop. Third, go get an eye exam. Then after all that, go back to Nebraska and try it again.